Everybody, welcome back. This is video number 2 for Into the Infinite. As you know, I'm Charlie, and I am making this video because I was thinking about courage, and I was going to put this stuff in the first video, but for the sake of time, and I didn't want to make my intro like, here's a half-hour thing. No. So I'm bringing it to this one because it's just a brief little thing, but I think it's really important. So I thought, I was terrified to take this leap into video because I'm a lot more comfortable with a screen between you and I. That was the case for a long time because it felt so much safer, right? As a trans person, that really hits home more. And I think that it's true for a lot of equity seeking groups who are, we can try to get ahead of the narrative about us, oh, yes, I'm trans enough. Yes. And let me show you by being invisible, right? No. That's something I'm trying to unlearn and relearn about myself, and just that we deserve to take up space. And I know it's not just unique to equity seeking groups, though I know that it tends to be more of a very real point for us. So, and then I know that everybody has at least one thing that they are about that with. So that's kind of why I'm putting this out there. So if you're thinking, should I do the thing? Should I make the leap? And should I be seen? It feels really scary. I don't know if I should do it. Yes, do it. Do it. Consider, though, as well, that there's a compassion piece to it, right? We talk about the leap and how great that is, and how the dopamine rush, and like, yes, we're doing the thing. And then we post about it and we talk about it and we do all these things and yeah. But dial it back for a second, and part of what makes it hard is the thing that we need to dive into the most. And how often do we do that, really? And I'm not saying that, people who don't do this aren't courageous. That's not at all what I'm saying. What I am saying is that it's a useful exercise to lean into the reason why you were feeling terrified of doing the thing, whatever the thing is for you. So one of the things that I really had to digest was the compassion piece, and that the flip side of courage is compassion. Why? Because everything that terrifies you about making that jump and doing that thing is what's on the finish line of the thing that you want to do, right? We imagine these critics or worst case scenarios and all of these things on the other side of that. But have we had enough compassion for ourselves and truly forgiven ourselves for being worse to ourselves than the people we imagine, than the things that we imagine on the other side of the thing we're scared to do? Let me say that again. Have we had enough compassion with ourselves and really forgiven ourselves for being worse to us than the people we imagine on the other side of the thing we're scared of doing? I think that until we really take that journey and forgive ourselves, it's really difficult to do the thing, because we imagine that those people on that side of it are going to be as bad to us as we are to us. Sometimes, not always, sometimes though. So I wanted to make a video to really address that, and to say, like, yes, you should do the thing, but also, like, be really kind to yourself along the way. And, if you want to jump, make the leap, do the thing. But also, if you want to take some time to reflect, it's an excellent time to do so, because what I found through doing this myself, this is something that I've done. This isn't, I'm going to make an affirmation and post it on Instagram and everyone's going to do, and I haven't done, no, I am recommending something that has been my own medicine. Okay. So I think that asking those questions, it's not about taking the charge out of the thing on the other side after the finish line of the thing that you want to do, right? It's not about making it less scary. It's about transforming you in the process of achieving the thing, or doing the thing. I feel like if you could count how many times I said the thing in this video, woof, so I'm sorry I haven't found a better synonym yet. But I think that we imagine these monsters at the end of, or the other side of what we want to do. And sometimes the monsters that we think that are waiting for us, they just don't exist. They don't exist. And I think that we hold them in our minds. They live rent-free here, and we know how expensive rent is. Holy shit, right? You know how expensive rent can be. So why are we letting them live rent-free here and taking up so much space in here? Because when they live rent-free here, it also sucks up space from here, right? And it makes it really hard for us to let stuff in because we're trying to realign resources that we're running low on. So how the heck can we let stuff in if we're trying to make sure we're okay and safe with what we have already? So when we let that stuff live in us, it takes away so much. And the way through it is that forgiveness piece. Because it's not that the monsters aren't real. It's not that they're in your head either. It's that you have to let go of the attachment to them in order to see that sometimes the monster that you're fearing has kind of been your own criticism of you. And maybe that's unique to perfectionism, of which I am a card carrying member. We had t-shirts, but so what I'm saying is, realistically, let yourself off the hook a little bit, right? But also still do it, still make the jump. It's amazing. It's fantastic. I did not think it, and it's not like it maybe changed my life. Like, it's not like that so far, but it does make you feel that little bit less fearful. So you get a little more fearless, and for the right reasons, and for the positive ones, not just, bulldozing through whatever's in your way. It's not like that. It's saying, wow, like, I'm so glad I met you on this path so that you had things to teach me about myself, because the way that I would do courage before involved a lot of bulldozing, and it involved a need to make sure that everything would be just so. So this idea of being able to control what was happening, not because I fancy myself a particularly controlling person, but because it is terrifying when you haven't really addressed those monsters, because those things on the other side look really friggin' terrifying. And they're not. I mean, what's the worst that someone can do? Leave a comment that says that I'm not trans enough? Probably, but you know what? At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter not because it's not painful, and not because people might not be mean, and not because people might not be really, they might sit here and laugh at the video after I made it. I might look stupid, all of this stuff. But you know what? You've just got to take the leap anyway. Because at the end of the day, those people that you think are waiting on the finish line, they may not be there in the same number that you think. And there may be a lot more people cheering you on. And you deprive yourself of that. You deprive other people of being able to cheer for you when you do these things too. So, I think that that's something else to think about. But compassion, forgiving yourself, and taking the friggin' leap, even when it scares you. This is video number 2. So I'm excited that you're here again, and I am so grateful for your eyes and your attention, and I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye, guys.